I want to make some orange juice, you guys.
Like from scratch?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, like a Christmas. No, I make them by hand.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like you use your hands to squeeze the oranges?
Well, I have like a little old-fashioned juicer. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So
erotic.
Juniper,
It
you
is.
take a half of a citrus,
Yeah.
right? And you have a juicer. Which side of the citrus goes onto the juicer? Like nub?
What do you
What
mean?
do you mean?
Both of them.
Why would you need to even ask me this question?
Because I fell down, I think it was
Now I'm
Wait, when
you
you
guys
say side-
I'm fucking terrified that I'm wrong somehow.
Wait. I'm sorry.
You're
when
not.
you say side, you mean so you cut it in half?
Yes.
Right. When you say side, you mean like the butt or like the part where the actual fruit is
where you
exposed?
can, where the fruit is exposed to the juice.
Yeah, where the fruit is exposed.
Right, that's-
How is
and
that
that's what you're
question?
supposed to put on it.
What,
correct?
Yes.
What
Okay,
the fuck
if you-
else would you do?
There's no other option.
There's no other option.
That's what I thought too.
Oh no.
But then I fell down this Reddit rabbit hole where somebody posted on the cooking subreddit.
No.
Today I learned that you're supposed to use it the correct way. You know, the way we've just all said is the correct way.
Yes. Okay. Phew.
And they were like, and suddenly, like, my juicer's working a lot better.
Why would you?
Right. And I thought, oh, this is just one person being like silly. You know, they've
And then
this one
Reddit.
person has decided that this is like the way to do it, and they did it for a long time. And I went
How
into,
would you even logistically?
I don't understand how it even works. Yeah.
and then I went into the comment section, and it was a dozens of people going, oh wow, that's how it's supposed to work.
I wish you could fucking like. I wish that everyone in the world could see the look on my face right
It's
now.
full
I
of
wish
rage.
I wish I had a death note.
Like I
I'm
know
like-
I'm filled with
you guys-
horror and disgust.
I'm
the likes
afraid.
of which
This gives me anxiety. Like, how do you not? Why would you even try it another
I'm
way?
like I want to grit my teeth.
Like what
you
kind
know,
of
like,
what kind of like sick like
It's the most-
wires are twisted.
It's
in
not
you?
even like my parents didn't teach me how to do it. It's the most basic intuitive thought process.
what kind of like Joker ass brain? What vat, what vat of chemicals did you fall into that made you do this?
Like it's like spoons are shit because like of I trying to eat soup with the back of it.
yeah,
literally, it's exactly like that.
No, and the other thing is, these people kept being like, "Oh yeah, that's why I always hate those juicers because it never gives me enough juice." And it's like because you're putting the fucking thing in wrong. Like, why would you do it?
How would you
do it? Logistically, you put the uncut side of, say, an orange, the convex side of the orange, into the juicer. Of course, you're not going to get any fucking
What
juice.
what actual
In
action
where?
is taking place? What
Well,
are
I
you
mean,
doing?
I mean,
Are you just like push? What?
how does it even work?
And what if you have like a hand? Like I have a hand one. You know, where you twist the
Yeah.
fruit
That's
on
the
it.
one I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, would you? If by that logic, are you doing that on the hand ones too? Like, what's happening?
I have no idea. I have no fucking clue. It was the most baffling thing I've seen on the internet because at first you think, and this is one person who has like
Right,
just
and
gotten this
we're all gonna laugh at them.
yeah, and then you go into the comments and you see a bunch of people being like, "How else would you do it?
There's
And
something
you're
wrong
like,
with this
you-
world.
what went wrong in society
Yeah.
to create minds like this?
How? How do they all think this?" It was just the most baffling.
Wow.
That's
Dark
a
stuff.
nightmare.
Dark stuff.
That's a
Wow.
fucking
And then I
nightmare.
went to the kitchen and I had some citrus that I was making. I'm making a little yogurt sauce to go with some sambusas. And I turned to Mike, my beautiful partner Mike, and I say, "How would you juice this?" And he picks it up and he looks
No,
at it
Kat.
and he goes, "I don't know."
Okay, well, okay, the bad, but like if you told me that he put it in the wrong way, that would literally be like a scariest stories to tell in the dark story.
No, literally.
Because that's like the twist at the very end.
I am not scared of scary
Like, that's a
stories.
creepypasta.
My heart was hammering.
I was so afraid for you, Kat.
I was
I know.
terrified.
I was terrified. Well, here's the thing. That I understood then how it happened because he looked at it and he said, "I don't know." And I was like, "Oh, so you're one of the people who, if given no instruction, you'd try it both ways."
But if you tried it both
You
ways,
don't need to try it. Literally, look at the object. Look at the juicer. It's fucking basic. It's like when you have to learn how to fit the square into the square hole.
Look, if you tried it both ways, you would know which one worked.
Right, but I don't.
Imagine not trying it both ways.
I mean, I think we can all agree that this is
Sliding scale of insanity.
this is the most pressing issue in
Facing us
society
today, yeah.
Yeah.
Pressing?
Oh, fuck.
Is this anything? Is this anything?
Hannah, that's something.
That's something.
Well,
Now that's something. Now
well,
that's what I call something.
I
That's what
still
I call
got it.
something. Anyway, I guess actually let's juice D&D. Anyway, hey, hi. My name is Catherine. I am your DM.
You're the original.
I'm the OG Catherine. I think
OG, orange juice.
that juice doesn't start with a G, bro.
I think you mean orange goose.
What do you mean? Juice. G-E-U-S-E. Like Beetlejuice.
We're already dead.
It's not my fault you guys don't know how to fucking spell. Oh my god.
The best part of that was not only the confidence, but how ready I was to accept it as truth.
The tragic thing about this is that's going to be 2 different intros. So, like, how...
No. Stick that intro bit onto the juice bit, right?
Yeah, just
But we were talking about the OG Catherine.
I mean, I think you can't cut
when
it out.
you
Just
rip
leave it
so
in.
hard, you fucking cross episode state lines.
Now let's just make our podcast like fucking Marvel Comics, where it's like if you want to understand what's happening
any
in
joke
Uncanny
we've ever
Avengers
made.
53, well, you're gonna have to go back and you're gonna have to read Magnificent X-Men number 28, or you're gonna be fucking lost.
That's absolutely true about our podcast. Anyway, hi, I'm Catherine, and I am your DM.
Hello, I'm Noelle. I play Fran, level wizard.
Pardon?
I don't know what level I am.
I have no idea what level
Are
you guys
10?
are anymore. I think you're 10.
10.
I'm a level 10 wizard.
Oh, hi, I'm Juniper, and I play Corbin, level...
Same level. I said it was 10. Uh-oh.
How do you guys spell juice?
a level...
Is there a joke coming?
No. No, there's definitely not a joke. I'm desperately trying to siphon one, but I just keep repeating in my head that time that Hannah was like, orange juice.
Still got it.
Oh, lordy.
Anyways, I play Corbin.
Hey everybody, it's your main squeeze, Hannah Colbert, here cracking you up with the laughs keep coming. I need like a cowbell to hit. Anyway, and
That's not a cowbell.
It's gotta be like
That's a stapler.
like maybe an air horn. And I place like a level 10 half-orc fighter.
Sonically, this is just the worst we've ever done it.
No,
guys.
we've done worse. We have done worse.
We've done worse.
You're right. I shouldn't say that. Okay, so last time, as you escaped to the Tide after releasing a demon, got out of the industrial tier by raising only a minimum amount of suspicion. You met some of Selni's friends when she brought you there so you could lay low. You met Yoshimi and Elizabeth, and they made you some dinner and told you a little bit about Selni's past and her old justice squad and what happened to them. And so you finally had a long rest. Finally, it's been so long. And as you guys are talking, the ladder that had been closed behind you after you went up, the ladder comes down, and Selni climbs up, and she looks tired and bedraggled. Like, her hair is a mess, and like she's got dark circles under her eyes. And she crawls her way up into the attic.
Oh, Selni, come lay down. We have a nest for you.
Are
you okay?
Take a nappy. We'll tuck you in.
And she looks at you guys and like does a double take. And she like sees for the first time in a while what you actually look like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And she goes, oh, stones be damned, I forgot you were blue. And she lays down in the blanket nest.
Yes.
We tuck her in.
Yeah,
Yes.
we tuck her in. We roll her up like a little burrito.
Yes.
And she resists.
And we whisper to her, what did you find?
Yeah.
And she whispers back, you're going to be tried in absentia and sentenced to death.
That sounds great.
Absentia.
Absentia.
No.
Where is that?
She opens her eyes and looks at you and says, I can't tell if you're joking right now.
We're joking.
I'm not joking.
It means we're absent.
I knew that.
I was joking, Selni.
Oh, so they're gonna have a trial without us present.
And we'll be sentenced to death.
We'll be sentenced to death.
How can you kill what you cannot see?
Thank you for finding that out for us, Selni.
Thank you, Selni. We found out that Fran's boyfriend got split in twain.
I don't know if Selni was going to want to hear about that.
And she looks over at you, Fran, and nods. And she says, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's fine. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
It's objectively a bad thing, but Fran is kind of into it.
And Selny nods very slowly and says, yeah, sometimes relationships are like that.
Now, shh, go to sleep.
You just rest.
So Selny like closes her eyes for a second and then opens them again and goes, okay, so we can't stay here. I mean, besides the fact that I don't want to put my friends in any more danger, we can't stay still for very long now. So, here's my plan. And she sits back up.
No.
Do you guys like push her back down?
I smooth her hair.
Oh, I am so tired that I need you to know that I hate this.
We'll carry you, Selni.
Please don't.
We can't carry it for you, but...
Are you suffering from high-quality podcasts? You see, quality podcasts stimulate parts of your brain, leading to an irksome condition called thinking. But suffer no more, my friend. Introducing Discount Storytime's blend of fictional nonsense and rancid gibberish to provide soothing relief. Try Discount Storytime today. Available on most podcast catchers and at discountstorytime.com.
Consult your healthcare provider before listening to Discount Storytime. Not intended to treat unicyclitis, pickleball liver, or jittering expectations.
We can carry you.
I don't know what that means.
Slake can.
You guys have to help too.
I probably
We also
can
have to carry
help a
Swan.
little bit. Oh, wait. What are we gonna do about Swan?
We'll
That's step A in the multi-step plan. She sits back up again.
Oh, no.
She says, all right, we're going to take... And she pauses and she says, nobody react to what I'm about to say. We need to take your friend to my husband, not that husband. Other husband.
That's just like you, friend.
I'm sure it's exactly the same.
It's the same situation.
This is the good king.
Not... Okay, just...
Oh, you mean Herb?
And Selny laughs and says, no, not that little rat, no.
Rat.
I thought he seemed nice.
He was a nice guy.
He's family to me.
Yeah. So are you, Selny.
We're all married now.
That means we're also related to the king.
Oh, no.
Regicide and patricide.
We're going to take him to my husband, Trek.
Shrek!
No, Trek with a T. We're going to take him to my husband of... And she looks at you guys, just like, oh, I know you're gonna fucking say this. He's the husband of my heart. Don't... Just stop. I hate...
I put my hands over my heart.
I also put my hands over my heart.
Corbin puts his hands over his boob window, which is where his heart is.
And Mary signs, that's a really cute way to put it. And Sally shakes her head and says, I hate calling him that.
But you do call him that.
But you
do end up calling him that because it's what's true and what's right and it's in your heart.
Oh my god, Selny loves him.
He'll keep your friend safe.
Aww.
But we gotta get him there first, so better get a move on now before things start getting crowded. She looks at you guys and she's like, oh, it's like everything I say, I have to explain it to you. The lights haven't come on yet. The mushrooms haven't blossomed yet this morning, so we have a little bit more cover.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Should we get disguises, Fran?
Yeah, just a second.
Fran's just thinking about her 2 boyfriends.
Yeah, I know she is.
So I can disguise us. I could also disguise Swan.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I could also ask Selni if she wants to be disguised.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I put my hands behind my back very innocently and I say, Selni, you know, it might not be a bad idea to disguise you as well.
And Selni looks at you and she shakes her head and goes,
Well, you know, but like it might really just like be for the best, Selni. Like we could all get caught because we're being seen with you.
Don't touch me with your weird magic hands.
I don't have to touch you.
Selni, we don't want to make any more trouble for you than we already have.
I know you don't like magic, but if you think it through logically, this is actually the best choice of action.
And Mary signs, and I can absolutely guarantee that the God that granted us magic is a pretty good one.
Yes. At this point.
So it's not one of the evil ones. And Selny looks at Marion. All of the gods are the evil ones.
I don't think it's fair to say all. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's good to generalize.
I mean, the system is bad. Let's all
yeah,
just
let's
acknowledge
agree
that.
the system is bad, but like that doesn't mean everybody in the system is bad. I mean, we all live in a society.
Even you live in a
Yeah,
society.
you live in a society.
You see where we just came from?
Yeah. Huh?
And she finally nods and she says, do I have to watch?
No.
Cool. And she takes a blanket and she just like puts it over her head.
That is another way to disguise yourself. So I'm gonna give us all new different disguises. Are there any requests?
I think we should just be extremely fucking nondescript.
Yeah, like I think from dwarves we've seen so far, clothes, hair, beards, everything is just like fucking normie shit.
Right.
As normcore as we possibly can, blend in, that kind of thing.
Right. And Mary, because once again, her markings, her tear tracks they are not touched by your spell.
Right.
And you no longer have the cosmetics that you had last time. So she looks around. She's like, do you think? And she looks at Selny and signs, your goggles. And Selny, like from under her blanket, she has not come out of, she hands the goggles over.
Good thinking, Mary.
Nice.
And finally, Selny like peeks out from under the blanket and she does like a big bodily shudder seeing you guys disguised. And she says, okay, does anybody have a mirror?
No.
Are you sure you like want to look at yourself?
No.
I mean, could cause a mind split.
What? Is that a thing?
No, it's definitely a thing.
No, it's not.
You're not from this.
You look very normal, and it's gonna be good.
I mean, you're very familiar with the bathroom. I think that's where the mirror is
that's
if you
true.
really want to look.
We should probably get out without Elizabeth and Yoshimi seeing us.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
How will we tell them we left?
We won't.
How do we tell Yoshimi that the stuff she uses to make her weapons is like...
Oh, yeah, we need our weapons.
Oh, yeah, we gotta ask for them back.
Yeah.
I saw them on my way in. They're on the table downstairs.
Okay, we should definitely leave a note.
Just don't sign it.
Okay, yeah,
We'll sign
that
it
makes sense.
from...
No. What part of don't sign it?
We'll lose
Then do you
Justice
follow up
Squad.
with we'll sign it? No, don't sign it. That's the worst idea. That's the worst idea. No signing it. I don't even like that you're writing. Don't.
Okay, you know what? I won't write anything. I'll just draw
draw a picture.
some little smiley faces and some hearts and like a nice thumbs up and a little coin sign so that they know that we're gonna pay him back.
Can you do me call it a performance check?
Okay, that's 15.
15. All right, you draw a decent picture.
Slake is an artist.
It's like
Yeah, I mean, it makes
Slake
sense.
has strong artist skills.
yeah. You draw a decent little picture.
Oh, and I draw them, and it's really cute, and there's like a little heart between them.
Aw, and they're holding hands.
Yes.
So nice.
Aw, cute. All right, so you leave that on the table as you pass by, and you find your weapons there. And actually, you find a note from Yoshimi explaining what the new properties of your weapons are.
Yes.
Which, like, as soon as you guys have read it, Selni eats it.
Damn, girl.
Wow.
Very prepared.
Like, through a mouthful of paper, says, "You can look in the ashes and find old notes. I don't want to leave anything behind. I don't like that drawing." She swallows.
I tried really hard.
You did really good, Slake.
It's a nice drawing,
It looks
Slake.
really good.
But, so the note explains to you that for Slake's axe, the axe head now, instead of just doing the, like, piston slight exchange, the axe head will shoot out on a chain for a ranged attack. Yes! So, it has we'll say a 30-foot range.
Nice.
So it has a 30-foot range. However, once it has been fired, you must take a full turn to reel the axe head back in before it can be used again. And for Fran's gun and Corbin's gauntlet, it now can do one charged attack per encounter. So you take one turn to charge the attack, and then you fire for double damage. Oh. However, if you are interrupted between, so if you are hit with an attack when you are charging a shot, this will overload the gun and you will not be able to use it for the rest of the encounter.
Oh.
And you only get one of those per encounter, one charged shot. So, high risk, high reward improvements to your weapons. Cool. So I'm just going to tell you guys for free, just because I want you to make sure you're keeping this at the top of your mind as you're venturing out. You guys did have your suspicion raised during all of this. But by applying new disguises, you have lowered your suspicion again.
By some amount.
By some unknown amount that I know. I know everything. So, Selni opens, she goes to the front door and opens it and says, "All right, grab your..." And she looks at Swan on the couch, who I assume you also disguised because you had 30 feet. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she, like, takes a step back and goes, "Oh, take your friend." And she motions to you, Slake. Like, she was gonna pick him up, but now she's like, "Ooh, he's magic. I don't want to touch him."
We wanted him to be safe.
That's smart. And she looks down at her own hands and, like, flexes them a couple times.
They look different.
They look different. She's like,
The mind split has begun.
Stop saying that, Corbin.
Marvin, Selnie's not going to think that's funny. Only I think it's funny.
Oh, Fran.
all right, so you guys, Selni leads you out to where she has, she's procured a cart.
Nice.
And you guys are able to load, wedge, sort of cram everybody into the back seat while Selni's in the driver's seat. Who escapes? Who gets to the front? I know I ask this every time, but I just think it's a funny...
Shotgun.
Wait, Fran.
I have a gun. I have to be in the front. Sorry, it's just the way it is.
Okay.
Mary signs, it is called shotgun.
Yeah, no, it makes complete sense.
Yeah, I guess that's the law.
All right, so you arrange Swan, and he comes to a little bit as you're arranging him, and he's speaking in Estran when he speaks. He's like, what is happening?
I can't understand him then.
You can't understand him. Neither can Selni, and Selni looks very perturbed.
Oh, it's okay, Swan. We're gonna take you somewhere safe so that you can get healed up.
Where's the goddess? Where's...
Mary's right here.
Okay.
And Mary like pats his hand and she says, "Remember, we don't use that word here."
Mary the normal.
I mean, Selnie can't understand him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Oh, yeah,
but still, she's like, "It's okay. I'm here." And she holds his hand as you guys set off through the quiet streets. Selni takes you guys out of this district, which you now are able to get your bearings a little bit. You still have just absolutely no idea what the layout of this city is. But as you're driving, you kind of get a sense of where you are. It seems like this little pocket, this cramped little neighborhood that you're in is an offshoot of the red tier. You guys traveled on your first day. You traveled through the beautiful, affluent, upper tier of the city. This is where a lot more people have been crammed down into. Once you're outside, you see that Yoshimi and Elizabeth's little house is crammed next to two neighbors that, there's an alley that's maybe 3 feet across between them. And every house here is the same, where it's just sort of all packed in really, really tightly, but it's kept nice and tidy, and it's clear that the people who live here have a great sense of pride in their ramshackle little community. And Selni speeds you through all of this and out into the red tier, which is still, it's like no time has passed at all. There are exactly the same number of drunks in the street and exactly the same number of hawkers with questionable wares. And you enter another tunnel that sends you down into the darkness, and you come out into another little neighborhood, slightly nicer than the one that you were just in. Still not one of the beautiful metropolitan upper tier neighborhoods, but the houses here are nice and a little more spacious. And Selni turns to look at you guys and says, "All right, do not draw attention to yourselves. Understand?
We would never.
No. Don't lie to me.
I wasn't gonna.
Don't lie to me."
I put my a hand on Corbin's forearm and I say, "We can do this."
She nods, and the cart slows to a stop as she turns it into a little alleyway behind a nice looking, like, white picket fence house. And she gets out and directs you guys to grab Swan, his semi-unconscious body, and she points to the back door of the house. And she says, "Just lay him out inside, and if you encounter anyone, say these words to them exactly. You have to say it exactly like this. Ma'am, I'm sweaty."
Is this a prank?
It's not a prank. It is a very practical passcode.
For what?
I mean, it does seem like something that people would say.
And she nods.
What if somebody's just sweaty?
Well, that's the genius of it, Fran.
Or is it the downfall?
Oh.
And if Trek asks where I am, you don't know. Got it?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to wait out here.
Okay.
And she opens the back door for you guys to head inside. And you are in a little back hallway. You see there's a coat hook here and a little boot tray and a little cross-stitched banner above the coat that says, "Home is where your rocks are." And it's got like it's a little cross-stitched like Delver holding a big like rock heart. And you see a little office that must be Selni's, and then you walk into a living room, which is very nice. Like, it's not fancy, but it's very nice. And then you see a man standing there in an apron with like a tray of croissants, and he looks at you guys and goes, "Hello."
Man, I'm sweaty.
We're so sweaty.
Man.
"I see. Would you like a croissant?" And this man, he's very ordinary looking. Like, he almost looks like one of your ordinary disguised people. He is just, like, he's got brown hair, brown eyes, medium skin, full beard, medium build. He's just, like, the most average-looking man you've ever seen.
Selni's hot for him.
Yeah, Selni loves that shit.
That's probably why she's so disturbed by our disguises. This is her type.
Oh my god!
And he looks past you and goes, "Is my wife here?"
We do not know where she is.
No, we have no idea where she is.
But I'm sure she's safe.
Yep.
"Do you think she would like a croissant?"
Wherever she is.
I will eat 2 croissants in her stead.
Yes.
"Right, I'll pack these up in a to-go basket." And he heads back into the kitchen.
Thank you.
He pokes his head back out of the kitchen and he looks at Swan and he goes, "Alive or dead?"
Oh my god!
Oh, alive.
Alive!
He's alive.
"Right, take
And
him
he needs help.
take him up to the spare bedroom then."
Like psychological and physical help.
"You can take him up to the spare bedroom."
We have both there. Okay.
Okay. Glad that both kinds of help exist in that bedroom.
And we take Swan Roxon up to the spare bedroom.
You do.
And I collect some croissants.
So yeah, you tuck Swan Roxon in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We give him a smooch on the forehead.
Give him
Sure
a smooch
do.
on
Yeah,
the-
we
on the
do.
forehead, and he opens his eyes just enough for Mary to sign to him like, "You're safe. We'll come back for you And he grabs her hand before she can leave, and she signs with her free hand. Swan, I swear it on my mother. We will come back for you.
Oh.
And he nods and lets her go. And Mary gives you guys a look like,
The guy taking care of you seems really nice, and he makes croissants.
Yeah,
so
he does.
I think it'll be a really good spot.
Just don't scare him or he might drop them on the stairs.
all right. So Selni's husband has packed up a basket with a little like gingham cloth and some warm croissants in it when you come back downstairs. And he looks at you four and he sighs and he says, do me a favor. When you see Selni, please tell her to be safe. And do me one other favor.
Oh.
And he looks at you four and says, don't die.
Oh,
I already promised I wouldn't.
you have no idea how hard it is to kill us.
We're way ahead of you,
We're
buddy.
so far ahead of you.
You don't seem like people in Selni would normally assume.
No, she hates us.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I think we look exactly like the kind of people she associates with.
Run!
Thank you for the croissant, sir.
He nods and he kind of like looks towards the back door. And then he nods again and he says, all right. Well, enjoy the croissants.
Thank you. I'm sure we will.
Thank you.
We just hop on out of here.
And Selni perks up when you come out and goes, did you see Trek?
He gave you some croissants.
He's super hot.
He's
He seems
really
really
hot.
nice.
He is far too good for this world.
Oh, I thought you were going to say hot.
Well, he's that too, yes. Give me a croissant.
I hand her the croissant and I'm like, oh my god.
She, like,
I also start eating a croissant.
Angrily like stuffs it in her mouth. Help me push the cart back to the track.
Oh yeah, you're in love with your husband.
Oh my god. Don't you feel dumb?
You have a crush on him.
You're in a healthy, stable adult relationship.
Oh my god. How embarrassing.
Hello, what's up, you sweet puppies and doggies? It's me, Noelle, your person who makes part of this podcast. So it's Thursday, or maybe it's Friday if you're listening to this the next day, or, whenever. But yes, we are changing our release date to Thursdays. So that will be when these come out, sometime on a Thursday. We're just changing it because it kind of made more sense with other job things and life stuff. So yeah, I think it'll be good. So we'll see you 2 Thursdays from now. I hope you're enjoying the episode so far. I would love to thank our beautiful new patrons. Thank you, Allison, Princess Peepee, Queasel, Skull Candy 420, Catherine, and Wes. Thank you all so much. The Patreon is out there doing it. Kat just posted a really, really cool new lore vignette thing, which I have seen touted as the best short story that somebody ever read. Somebody else said, I need a Netflix show of this. So if you want to hop on over to Patreon and see some lore about Cassandra, then go ahead. And it will light up your life. Cassandra is Phelan and Orestes's mother, by the way. And also, I would love to thank our podcast reviewers. Thank you to Cobweb the Spire. Nope, Cobweb the Squire. Thank you to Scott-tastic55. Thanks to Toaster Enthusiast the 6th, who is a Mary Slake shipper. Thanks so much. Thanks to Person Dude Guy Yup Yup, who says, hello, it's me again. This guy is out here committing Apple Podcast fraud for us, and we love it. Thank you also to Mage Froze My DM. Thank you guys so much. It really, really helps our podcast when you leave a review. or even just a rating. And it also makes us feel nice inside. So thank you very much. And speaking of things that make us feel nice inside, here is a beautiful message from somebody on damesanddragons.store. This message is from Leah, and it says the following. Hello, Sean. I love you, sweet brother. Happy birthday. You have climbed the mountains and continue to help the rest of us. Always be a nerb. Is that a word? Interesting. Deep questions here on Dames and Dragons. Deep questions indeed. And now, check out this Geekspective podcast.
Do you love watching movies? Do you hate watching movies? Boy, oh boy, do I have the show for you. On Watching Movies, April and Kenny watch movies. Instant classics like Pride and Prejudice and The Mummy. Despicable gutter trash like Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Divisive, controversial picks like 2001, A Space Odyssey. Each month our hosts discuss and analyze a movie, then put out a watch-along commentary track. Enticing. Whether you like watching movies or hate watching movies, you'll love Watching Movies with April and Kenny. Now streaming on your favorite platform.
Doesn't that just sound so nice? And now, Chantel, the time has come for me to give you a message. Chantel, I accidentally navigated away from the Twitter mentions to news about a local high school basketball game, but now I've gone back and I know the code word, Chantel, and it's Rage Cage Rugger. The sleeper agent is active. Go.
What do you guys want to do from here?
What if we showed up to our own trial?
I was thinking, what if we secretly sabotage the trial to make it a trial of the king? How do you do that?
Yes, I'm on board. I don't understand it, but I'm on board.
I don't know. Like we need to collect evidence against the king.
Oh.
And then like when they try to present evidence against us, it's like, oh my God, like what's this? It's a picture of the king murdering children.
Yeah.
And we'll be like, oh, how'd that happen? How'd they get there?
That's a good idea. That's a good idea, yeah.
I mean, I feel how public we talking.
You can ask Selni.
How public is this trial in absentia going to be? Are we talking like a courtyard full of millions or like a private little courtroom or...
It'll be at the King's Amphitheater. It's, I don't know exactly how many it seats, but I know he's selling tickets.
Oh,
Tickets.
and is there a jury?
You'll be tried by the council.
But the people would see, anything that we presented.
I'm sorry, are you saying that you want to show up to your trial?
I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't have to be in so many words, but I mean,
It's kind of a power move.
It's kind of a power move.
it's a little bit of a power move, but like maybe like we don't reveal ourselves, or like maybe we have to. I don't know.
Wait,
like it
I've
just,
got it. We all go as our own lawyers, but we're in disguises, so nobody knows it's us.
I mean, we could gather some evidence to show what's really going on. Don't you think the people would care?
Yeah.
is there anyone we could get to speak on our behalf that people would listen to?
Selni cranes around to look back at you while she's driving with like the most baffled look on her face. She goes, have you made any friends since coming into the city?
Wow.
I point at you guys. I point at Selni.
Yes.
I can't speak on your behalf. I'm on thin fucking ice as it is.
Is there like a party leader who opposes
Tarn.
Yeah.
And she pulls over the cart. And she leans back in her seat.
See, we know politics.
And she rubs her temples and goes, okay.
You guys are doing great.
We're doing really good.
Okay. Well, okay.
She said, okay, you guys.
Here's the rundown of the very complicated political situation that you guys just seem hell-bent on upsetting. Instead of just letting yourselves be tried in absentia. I mean, what would really change? You're wanted. You'll be wanted. And she's making like this gesture like, what? Big, open
Listen,
palms up, like trying
Selni,
to communicate this to you guys.
never underestimate the power of the people.
I mean, if we're going to take down Torva, we're going to need all the allies we can get.
Seize the means of production.
Yeah!
Yeah,
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
it makes perfect sense.
Well, if the people here in the city, if they view us as outsiders who are only coming to hurt them,
But if we have the masses on our side, the revolution's just around the corner, baby.
The thing that came to my mind is, what's the point of trying us in absentia? What's the point of scaring people about this possible threat when there's so many other threats all around?
They're absolutely going to use us as a scapegoat. They're just going to say that we're doing all of the things that they're doing when the truth comes out.
Exactly.
You're not wrong. That is exactly what's happening. You have, well, I'm sure your everything will be used as more reason to keep the gates shut and not engage with the outside world. But okay. All right, if you want to do this, and I still don't think it's a good idea. I'm just putting that out there.
You've said that about pretty much everything we've ever done.
Yeah, and
so.
everything we've ever done.
everything you've ever done has been a really fucking bad idea. We got to go into worse trouble, so
It's
maybe you should
I just
listen
feel
to
like
me.
it's debatable.
It's starting to lose its meaning, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, complicated political situation is this. If you want to somehow overthrow the king, is that what I'm hearing? Is that right?
We want him dead. But
I mean,
yes.
Okay, I want him dead too, but there's a reason he's not. He has no living heirs. If he goes, power vacuum opens up. All of the counselors are going to grab for it. So you need to know who you're going to try and position to get in there. Otherwise, it's going to be Taryn.
Why doesn't he have any living heirs?
Because who would fuck him?
Well, I mean, nobody wants... Listen, plenty of kings throughout history have been unfuckable. It didn't stop them from fucking...
Corbin, you are so politically astute.
Thank you.
I didn't even know about kings. We never had a king.
Yeah, we've been places with kings.
Have
Although
we ever?
they've all been really
They've been really fuckable.
Well, no.
I wouldn't necessarily say that about Ilfra's king.
I don't know, he seems normal.
Yeah, just very, very run-of-the-mill. He's no king of Danmar, I'll give him that.
Some people are into that sort of thing, Corbin.
No, you're right. You're right.
Selni shakes her head and says, well, anyway, all of his marriages are very political, and I'm certainly not going to give him any children. And I don't know about his other wives. I try to steer clear of them.
Is there anybody on the council that you think is, I don't know, a good person who would be fit to lead?
No, they're all a bunch of scumbags. The least bad of them would probably be Counselor Dew. He's bland. He says a lot of nice things and doesn't do anything, but he's at least not actively trying to enrich himself at every turn.
Now, I've got a theory to throw out here. I'm just spitballing. Selni, what could you be king?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing a lot about Counselor Dew, but what about...
Counselor, you.
Selni shakes her head and she says, I have absolutely no desire to lead the dwarven people.
That's not what we asked.
What about your really nice husband?
Trek? Oh, Trek is, there's a reason that he stays home and bakes croissants.
Okay, so
That's
back
what he's
to
good
you
at.
then.
No,
Back to you
no,
then.
No, not me. That's not.
I wink at Corbin.
I mean, what, you could, always be installed as queen and then just have one of your really cool friends make the political decisions.
This is a lot to consider for one morning after getting very little sleep. I don't think I'm ready to commit to a coup attempt here this morning.
I just gotta tell you, you better be careful what you wish for, because if there's one thing we are good at, it is accomplishing the thing that you least want to happen.
I have started to learn that. Look, can I convince you not to do it?
No.
No, I don't think so.
No, not at this point.
All right, I hate this. Come on. And she pulls the cart back off the side of the road and starts driving you down to the Dwarven 35W. And she takes you back to Falda's club.
Falda? Are we just gonna pretend she's not super untrustworthy?
As you're going in, she says, Falda's been holding on to some stuff for me. Just try not to make a scene this time. I'm begging you.
So that's a yes?
The scene makes us.
We'll try not to make a scene.
And she points to you, Slake. And then she also points to Mary, and she goes, I trust you two. Keep an eye on the other two.
I never made a scene in my life.
Corbin looks at Fran like he cannot fucking believe.
Oh, Fran looks back the same way.
Yeah.
Slake looks at Corbin and Fran like a little tiny little smoky smile.
Shut up, Slake.
I didn't say anything.
You like killed a god once. Like, what is it? What was that if not a scene?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
Big ass muscles. Strong ass.
Everywhere you go, there's a scene.
Yeah.
Cars stop. They think, whatever.
I watched a man crash into a building driving his cart because your knees were exposed one time.
I don't recall that.
Mary Science, I think we're going to be just fine waiting here, right, everybody?
What about you, Mary? Not causing a scene.
Crazy Mary.
I think we can all agree that Mary and I have never once caused a scene in our entire lives.
Mary Science, I agree with Slake.
Yeah, you would.
I go stand by Corbin and link arms with him.
Yeah, we link arms and we like.
As if we're playing Red Rover and you guys are gonna try and rip us apart.
Yeah.
Well, Mary and I do like a cool secret handshake.
Right, and Mary Science to you, Slake, exactly as planned. Turn them against us. so they're too busy being mad to start anything.
Mary, you're so wise.
Mary Science, it comes with being a god.
That's probably why Selni trusts you so much.
Mary shrugs. Meanwhile, Selni heads over to the bar, which she knocks on twice, and Falda just sort of pops up from behind the bar, and she looks a little bit more bedraggled than last night. Like her hair is coming loose from her hairstyle, and her makeup's a little bit smeared. And she goes, "Oh, hey, you're back." And Selni leans over the bar and goes, "Did you sleep back there?" And Falda shrugged. She says, "Look, I fell down. Some time passed. It was a good night."
Yep.
Well, what can I get for you? Drinks? Drugs? Food? I don't really have any food, but I have drinks and I have drugs. And Selni shakes her head and goes, "No, they're children. Are you offering drugs to children
I'm
down here?"
legally an adult.
Corbin, don't make a scene.
Excuse me?
Mary Science, I think Fran's being better about not making a scene.
Oh!
Fran looks really shifty and she kind of is like trying to like unhook her arm from
Corbin links Fran's arm in a death grip and shakes her like a little noodle.
That's not very nice, Mary.
I pick up Fran and Corbin who are entangled, and I try to like to rock them into
Like causing a scene! Like causing a scene!
I go shh.
Selny like turns around, she whips around, and she looks
As
at
soon
you
as
guys.
she whips around, we're all standing normally.
We're completely still. And she turns back slowly to Falda and she goes, "Anyway, no drinks, no drugs. I just need access to that stuff I'm keeping in your vault." And Falda raises her eyebrows and goes, "Oh, all right. Wait." And she looks back at you guys and goes, "Are these the same people you were with last night?"
I shake my head. I shake my head.
No, who? We were, what people?
They have the same voices.
No.
No, we don't.
We sound different.
We have very normal voices.
Never had a voice.
Selny waves her hand and says, "It's a very long story, Falda, and I don't want to get into it. Just please ignore them for the time being, and let's just take care of this." And Falda shakes her head a little and goes, "Okay, but things the town criers are saying are pretty interesting about you guys. Or not you guys, I guess. Bunch of magic and blowing up the Titacairn."
I shake my head.
They wouldn't know anything about that.
Are they saying like, "Wow, that was so cool when those people used magic and blew up the Titacairn" kind of way, or like a
Corbin?
different kind of way?
Corbin elbows Slake to use a voice.
Falda shrugs and says, "Oh, well, I mean, they're calling for your death, but like, I think it's cool. If you were those people, which I guess you're not, so, you know, I guess you just..."
Our death, for sure.
We sure aren't.
Some other rapscallion who'd win cool fights in the pit.
They sound really cool.
It sounds really nice.
And Mary Science, whoever they are, and she's signing like she's doing a different voice. So she's signing like in a weird, exaggerated
she's some
way.
other person who has no voice.
She's signing like, wow, well, whoever they are, they're probably just trying to do what's best for everybody and keep everyone safe.
Cool.
And Falda looks at you guys and she goes, okay, well, she reaches under the bar and flips a switch, which causes the bar back to move about a foot to the left, revealing a narrow doorway. She beckons you all inside as she squeezes through this little narrow doorway, and you are now in front of a big, classic bank vault door. Her new gun is sitting on the floor outside the vault door, and she spins the dial on the lock and then takes a key off of her neck to insert into a hidden keyhole. And then she picks up the gun as she is opening the big door, and she just tosses it in very casually, causing Selni to go, don't throw that shit around. And Falda shrugs and heads into the vault. This vault is full of bags of coin, valuable-looking artifacts, and dozens of small, locked black boxes, one of which is left open and displays a beautiful emerald necklace. Do you guys come in, or are you just, hanging out from outside? What you doing?
we come in. Yeah,
Corbin
I mean,
sees a shiny, and he's in there.
We're definitely going in.
You're going in. Okay. Selni looks back at you guys, and she goes, show me your hands.
I put my hands up.
I put my hands up and I'm already holding something.
Corbin puts his hands up, but he has something wrapped around his foot.
And she points to Fran and goes, put that down.
I put it down. Sorry, I didn't know. I just thought it was up for grabs. I'm so sorry.
Hands in pockets.
I don't have pockets.
Corbin puts his hand in his poop window.
I put my hands behind my back.
No, hands in front of you where I can see them.
I put my hands in front of me. I'm holding something else.
And Selni looks like she is about to fucking lose it.
I put it back.
And she points at Slake again. And then she points at the other, at Fran and Corbin. And she points at Mary. She points back at Slake. And she goes back to deal with Falda.
I take one of Corbin's hands and one of Fran's hands.
Corbin kicks the thing around his ankle up to his other hand and stuffs it down his big window.
Slide a hand check, please.
Yes. Stupid.
7.
Okay.
Selni marches over to you, reaches into your boob window.
Whoa!
Pulls out, I'm going to say it was a bracelet.
Yeah.
She pulls out the bracelet and holds it up in front of your face.
Well, I didn't-
like she's shaming a dog.
Corbin turns to Fran and is like, how did you get that in there?
I turn to Corbin and Fran and I'm like, stop embarrassing me in front of Selni and her hot friend.
Sorry, Slake. I was just doing it as a joke.
Falda looks over her shoulder and she goes, oh.
I was gonna give it back.
And she,
Yeah, we weren't going to actually steal anything.
Falda doesn't deserve to be robbed. What has she ever done wrong in
These
her
probably
life?
don't belong to Falda, but...
so Falda looks back and she goes, oh, Selni, let them be. They're just having a good time.
Yeah, Selni, oh my god.
And Selni looks back at her and goes, see, this is why I've always told you that I don't want kids, because I'm going to do normal, reasonable things like, tell them not to steal. And you would be like, yeah, stealing's fun and fine, kids.
I pipe in and I'm like, I actually think stealing is really cool and fun too. I just wanted to make sure it was cool with you first.
Slake is
Suck up.
Slake is absolutely falling back into familiar psychological patterns.
But Falda's so hot, you guys.
And Mary shakes her head and signs, but Slake, you're married.
Yeah, Slake, you can't forget that.
Don't forget your wife. Falda would definitely be cool with it.
Yeah, it seems like they're kind of into polycules and stuff here. So
Slake puts their hands over their face.
You have to talk to your wife about it first.
Slake is dissociating.
So anyway, Falda opens up a file cabinet and pulls out another one of those black boxes, which she hands over to Selni, who, after leaving you guys with a very stern look, goes back and she takes a key from a chain that's been hidden under her shirt. and unlocks the box. And inside there is a thick roll of papers, which she takes out, and she hands folded the box back and shoves the papers into a pouch she has on her belt, I guess. And she says, all right, come on, let's go. I don't want you in here anymore. And Falda goes, they can look around, it's fine. And Selni goes, no, they can't.
Aww,
And she just starts ushering you guys out and just like shoves you one at a time through the very narrow doorway to this hidden vault.
Selni,
You never let us have any fun.
I hate never having kids. I'm never having kids.
We're
More like-
adults.
more like Wolf of the Lames.
Got him.
Wait, Wolf of the what?
Lames.
Oh, damn.
Thanks, Hannah.
I heard waves, but gotcha. It's really good.
We're like Wolf of the Waves. We're like Wolf of the
The more you talk about it, the more I hate it.
I really liked it. I just
move on?
I just
Move
hear
on?
it. Like, I didn't hear it initially, but I just really want to take the time.
Can we
to
just
tell
move on?
you-
Can we just move on?
I think you did such a good job.
I think it really was something.
It was really something.
It was nothing.
All right, so Selni waves goodbye to Falda, and who says, "Have fun. Don't get caught. Or if you do get caught, make sure you keep my name out of it." And Selni gets back in the cart. She puts both her hands on the wheel, and she waits for the rest of you to get in.
I get in and I say, so what kind of papers are those? Are those to help our case?
Selni takes the papers back out, and she hands them over to you, Fran. And then she looks at Mary and Corbin, and it's like, goes, "Get in the cart."
I get in the cart, but I still have my hands over my face.
Corbin gets in the cart and he wants to see what the papers are, so he's like all up in Fran's business.
Mary gets in between the two of you because she wants to,
She climbs over Catatonix Lake.
Yeah, she climbs over. She wants to be in the middle.
That's cute.
So, the papers you see are, you don't recognize the script. You actually realize all of a sudden that you have no idea how to read Dwarven writing.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they don't use the same writing system as the Surface.
Ah.
They have been separated from them for many, many years. Why don't you make a intelligence check, please?
Okie dokie.
Yeah, let's see how smart you are, Fran.
I'm 15 smart.
You're 15 smart. With being 15 smart, you can kind of tell that these are, they look like manifests or some sort of shipping documents, and they all have a gold seal in the corner of a crown with 2 mining picks crossed behind it and a sword beneath. And Selni taps that. She goes, "That is the king's seal. And these are the shipping manifests of every smuggling deal I have done since we were married.
Oh.
I've kept a copy just in case circumstances changed enough that
Selni, you've been ready for this the whole time.
You're so wise, Selni.
I'm sure Elizabeth and Yoshimi told you how I ended up married to the king, right?
Yeah, they told us.
Yeah. So he and I have not exactly had the most loving marriage. That all being said, you know my track record with keeping companions alive. So I'm going to give you one more chance to leave.
Oh, Selni, don't you even worry. Because if anybody tries to come after us, I'll just cast Blight, and bitches will just fall to the ground dead.
Yeah, it's horrifying.
It's really scary, actually. I'm scared of myself sometimes.
I think we'll be okay.
We'll be fine.
Mary Science, we're a lot tougher than we look.
And act and seem.
I think we seem very tough.
And Selni takes a deep breath and nods. She says, All right, well, if you want evidence, there's evidence.
Is there anything else we could get? Could we get someone to testify? Maybe that was in the Titacairn, or
Well, there's Swan Roxon, but I don't know if we should put him on the stand.
And they don't know him anyway. To them, he'd be an outsider coming in saying these things.
I wonder if there's anyone.
I don't think anyone's made it out of the Titacairn. No. But there might be some low-level employees who aren't happy with what they're doing. I don't know what their wage situation is like.
It's probably not good.
Selni taps her fingers on the wheel of the cart and then nods and says, All right, let's go see who we can rustle up. And so she takes you back down to the industrial tier. When you arrive, the many workshops and factories are still churning and chugging along. Time means nothing down here in this center of industry, except for the ominous high walls of the Titacairn. As you approach, the building is dark, and the massive gates in front hang slightly ajar.
Barlgura killed them all!
I don't think Barlgura could last this long.
And Selni looks up at that and goes, well, shit.
I actually think it is the movie Beetlejuice's fault that I thought OG.
Look, we don't need to talk about it anymore.
There's a whole charade scene. I'm just saying.
Is Beetlejuice spelled with a G?
Yes.
Yeah, it's spelled.
It's Geuse.
yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You learn something new every day.
I do.
Beetlejuice.
Don't say it again.
I said Beetlegoose.
Oh,
Yeah.
but that's fine.
Beetlejuice.
I'm sure it's been 3. Anyway,
Beetlejuice.
Nothing happened.
somebody play the
You
intro
guys, oh my
music.
God, Beetlejuice isn't real.